Okay, am I live? I hope I'm live. Hey there, Soulshine. It's Michelle here, and it's not telling me I'm live, so I'm not sure if you're seeing this or not. Yeah, okay. Hopefully you can hear. That means it's not dark. Anyway, if you can hear me, let me know because I see somebody started watching. Today I want to apologize. I totally, for the first time ever, the only time ever, I have missed doing a live video. The internet or the Wi-Fi at the place that I'm at during the day within that couple days does not work. I found out, well, I'm sure it works for some people. It doesn't work for me. I think it depends on which room you're in to whether you get Wi-Fi access. Apparently, the phone service in downtown Salt Lake is just top notch. I was really surprised that downtown Salt Lake City does not have better phone service. I mean, I had service, but not service enough to do everything that I wanted to do. And then by the time I got home last night, I had a headache from information overload and empath overload. Okay. But it's a new day. It's a great day and a great day to smile. So yesterday, basically what I learned about all day long was body language. Also other things that the class is called Master Your Influence, and it's by a guy named Kirk Duncan. Totally worth it. And he talked about our hands and what you can tell by how your fingers are on your hands, what each finger represents in your life. That was interesting. I may talk about that one day. We talked about reading body language and a little bit about the importance of how body language affects us. We send messages to our own self. So we can send messages to ourselves with body language, and we can obviously send messages out. Did you know that in 1 minute you think on average 650 words? Only maybe 150, some less. Some women can do a little bit more. I think some men probably can too. I know some talkers. Whew. Anyway, that's pretty crazy that you have the filter in your brain only lets about 150 of the words you say come out, and the others, please tell me this is working. Okay. And the others come out through your body language and your tone of voice. So all those 650 thoughts have to come out. They're words. They're not necessarily thoughts. They're words. 150 up here. This is my conscious brain. This is my subconscious brain. The 500 goes down and out through your body language. So you are sending a big message. So sometimes people will say something and they'll go like this when they're saying how great things is. He told a story about a guy who, I love my guys, and he was going like this, and it was an incongruity between his body movement and what he was saying. And so sometimes you look at and see the whole message. Important thing, from every body language thing that you have, it could be one side or the other. So when you're going like this, people automatically can think that you look angry, but it could be you're cold. It could be you're thinking about something. You're deep in thought trying to. So don't jump to conclusions, folks. Ask some questions. Get some clarity. So that's not really what I was intending to say this morning. I think it's the smile game. Have you noticed how few people actually smile? And how, like, it makes such a difference. And so often we wait for people to smile at us or a situation to smile at us that causes us to smile. But what if we lived in a way where we smiled and created the experiences? So we're flipping that around. Wouldn't that be fun? The game is to see if you can get people to smile. was struggling with the whole concept in downtown Salt Lake. Hi, Drew. Glad you're here. So in downtown Salt Lake, like a lot of cities, everybody's on their phone, which I'm just like, really, guys? I get it. I use my phone a lot too, but you're missing out on so much world when you spend so much time on your phone. Take a break. When it's lunchtime, put your phone away. I mean, I get it. If you're in a job, sometimes that's the only time you have to look at your phone, and I'm in this class, and it's the only time I have to check in with things. But at the same time, at least for a few minutes, put it away and take a look around. And what was I going to say about this game? Okay, so anyway, put the phones down at least for a few minutes. Take in your environment for a few minutes. Start looking for the good around you for a few minutes. The other thing is that as I'm used to living. My town is not necessarily a small town. It used to be a small town, and we've grown, and all the towns around us grown, so you can't see the borders anymore. But we still kind of have a small town attitude in a way around here. And one of the things is that when you go to the store, people look at each other and they kind of smile at each other. Downtown Salt Lake is typical city. No smiling. Like, come on, guys, smile at each other. Make eye contact just for a minute. Let your souls connect just for a minute. You don't have to like sit there and stare at each other. Just like make some eye contact and smile at somebody. The other thing is that is not a smile. That is a smirk. And I smirked for years because of my teeth. And like, seriously, guys, smile at people. So that's the game. The game is to get somebody to smile. And it's not as easy as it sounds, because some people are so in their world, or they're creeped out. Like, don't look at me. I don't want to make contact with anybody. There's a lot of that going on. But I invite you to try and play the game. Try and get somebody to smile today. I think it's a fun game, and it's something that I like. I like to smile, and when we smile, it brightens up our whole attitude. And seriously, yesterday, I wasn't feeling that great on the train. I had been in information overload, and I was still headed to another meeting. So I was like, ugh. But I decided to sit up straight, kind of put my chin up just a little bit, and made sure my feet were facing the same way, because that gets us focused in a certain direction. And so I was doing all this kind of stuff, and then I fake smiled, because that's all I could get at the moment. And even that fake smile made a difference. Yay. So that's what I invite you to do today. Let your soul shine, because that's one of the best ways to let your soul shine, is in a big smile. Yay. Then things will return to normal for next week. Love you guys. Bye.